doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, what you talking about I'm sterile? I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand I'm sterile. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking. It's gotta be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking. I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and get these kids tested. You know, I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested. So I secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn, the Ancestry.com place or whatever. And anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We got to throw this big birthday bash. We already even planned on it. So, basically I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically what happens is I get all of our families there, birthday bash. I get the popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at our company. So chief police, this whole big thing, because I want to make a big splash. It's a birthday, you see? So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. You know those big birthday cakes you see on the movies? Got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and she's holding up the sign that said, "You lying bee." And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? Know what this is about? It's about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, let me meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. Chief police, hey, this is your... So 15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief police, 12-year-old, that's his daddy. And I was hurt. I was so hurt. I decided I just had to sleep in my car, man. I couldn't be in this house. I couldn't be around her. Just all these lies. I've been raising these kids for 15 years. There's no way they're mine. They're not. I'm sterile. So basically, I just,
But Jairus a skit. My man, you never heard nobody pronounce sterile in your life, good buddy? Or is that how your doctor pronounced it? Sterile. Anyway, a few things here. So, you've been with her 15 years plus. You named off the 2 daddies, right? Which I guess they just so happen to be on Ancestry.com, right? Jairus is kid. Oh, they happen to be on Ancestry.com, right? What about, did he say a 5-year-old also or a 7-year-old? He said he got a 15-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 7-year-old, right? What about the 7-year-old? We ever found anything out about that? And when it comes to getting a sample, you literally have to drool, pause. You have to drool into a vial. This is for Ancestry.com, unless they change things where you can swab your cheeks. But you literally have to drool saliva into this vial to send it off. So if you had all 3 of them do that, cool. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Kids will do whatever, but yeah. What happened for you to get, what happened for them to check whether you were sterile or not? Were you trying to have kids with her again, or what happened? That's when it was revealed to you? What's going on? But that's brutal, man, for somebody to reveal to you you're at 15, you got a 15-year-old at least, and you've been sterile your whole life. You can't have kids, and she's sleeping with the police chief or whatever, or commissioner, whatever he said, and a mixologist. I know a lot of you guys don't like when I laugh, but hey, man, I'm just laughing like, everybody, she was giving up the buns to everybody, man. And the third one, I guess the third one is some random guy, man, but goodness. Anyway, let's get back to it.
I'm in my car, sleeping in my car, going to work, doing the normal thing I do. And I just was, running into different issues and felt the need that I needed to go. I really needed to go back to church. I just really wanted to do that. And was getting some good, like the preacher and a lot of different people giving me some good advice and some good guidance, kind of helping me to understand that, you know, it's not the kids' fault. You know, you've been there for the kids, you know what I mean? And, you know, then I start finding out there's some problems. Kids are having problems in school because their dad's not there. They used to having their dad for 15 years. I haven't been there, you know. So I start going back, you know, being there for my kids and everything like that or whatever. But I have to let her know. I'm like, I don't know if we can work this out. I don't know. I mean, possibly, but I'm here for my kids. I'm going to try to be here for my kids because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's what God wants me to do, you know, and I think it's the best thing to do. So that's what I decided to do later on and find out, because I have a 7-year-old. We didn't know who his dad was. So basically, after a certain amount of time with the Ancestry.com, like other people will get tested and everything like that or whatever. And then I got an alert from the email alert. And I'm like, really? So we kind of find out that it's this NBA Hall of Famers. I'm like, I was tripping. I'm like, this can't be the case. I go and ask her. I'm like, who's his dad? She's like, yes, that's his. I'm like, because my son. I mean, man, my son, he could ball. He could ball, and I ain't got no athletic skills, you know. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, me and my wife are still trying to work things out. I moved back in, but we ain't in the same room. You know, luckily we have multiple rooms. I'm there for my kids, even though they're not my kids, but they are my kids. I mean, I'm there for my kids. I'm the only father they know. So I've been doing the best that I can with this whole situation.
One thing I'm not.
She was riding an NBA Hall of Famer. Damn! He said, I ain't got no athletic skill, but the little homie got some skill. Hey, man. There's no working nothing out unless you can't live on your own, fellas. You know what I'm saying? As far as child support, whatever state you in, if they gonna get you like that, man, that's terrible. But yo, I am out of there. But some guys, like I said, and I know people personally who stay with a woman after finding out that, even while they're pregnant with another man's child, or when they get pregnant in the marriage and they still stay with the woman because they're just that much head over heels involved with this woman, man, that love conquers all. At the end of the day, love conquers all. It's a crazy thing. You guys can say, I wouldn't do it. Jerry, I would never do that. It couldn't be me. And you'll be that same mother, you know, that's on that type of time, that's with her. And these are my kids, regardless of what happens or who's, you know, what blood says what. You're still my kids, so on and so. Y'all on that type of time. I get it. It's admirable. I mean, I don't know about, you can say honorable too, but she was being dishonorable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. This is too much. It's so much of this stuff. And DNA, man. Shout out to DNA, man. I always say shout out to DNA. It's so many men that have left this earth thinking that a child was theirs and it wasn't. So shout out to DNA, man, for being there. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this clip. What do you guys think? What would you have done? Would you have stayed with wifey after all this? Or what? You know, comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. It helps to support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. This is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. 50 Cent. 50. Part 2. Bring it back. Yeah. Can't forget Tony. 50. UK.